With all of the changes coming to the district next year and the potential of having 8th graders in the building, many Mason students aren't exactly sure what's going on. Potential nerves, coupled with the prospect of going to high school a year early, has left 8th graders confused. MHS Principal Brandon Rompies hopes to create a smooth transition for all students next year.
Next year, we will have, I think, approximately 400 8th graders. We have spent a lot of time discussing what that transition plan looks like as the 8th graders are here. They will be, all the 8th grade classrooms except for gym and art, music classes will be in C3. So the teachers now currently in C3, they're going to be spread throughout the building. So really the ideal is to keep the middle school and try to maintain a normalcy for a middle school student. They should only interact with fellow middle schoolers and not be around 12th or 11th graders, kind of like normal. High school students, except for not having classes in C3, really no impact. We're going to run the same bell schedule, same type of schedule. So I don't think high school students will notice any real difference. Traffic flow maybe in the mornings. We're working out that traffic flow, but we're getting 400 additional students dropped off in some capacity, either by parents or bus riders. So we're still looking at the logistics of the parking lot. So we're still working on that piece. But for the most part, I think a high school student's not going to have any real impact or change in their day. 8th grade students is going to be just a new building, but they're going to really be a school within a school for the most part. They'll run their own separate lunch. They will not have lunch with the high school students. So if it all goes, and there's some logistics still to plan out, and we're getting there though, but really it should feel like two separate schools just operating under the same physical space.
As one can imagine, the nerves are definitely present for the class of 2023. They all have their own concerns, from the high school lunch to walking the halls with seniors a foot taller.
So something that makes me nervous about going to the high school is definitely the fact that there are going to be people that are a lot taller than me. So obviously, like, intimidation is a thing because that can really affect how one thinks.
I'm kind of worried about not being with my friends though because I know a lot of people. So if I'm just with people that I don't know, it could be kind of awkward.
So the things that make me scared about going to the high school is mostly having to be with the older kids because sometimes you guys are a little bit intimidating.
High school's it's a lot bigger and it's probably really nerve-wracking for some kids to have to go to a much bigger school.
I'm excited to go to high school because it'll be cool with everyone else there and we get good lunches.
And then things I look forward to are the lunches because supposedly the lunches are a lot better there and I've seen them when I went to a trip to the high school.
It's going to be an unusual year for everyone at the high school, but with the cooperation of all students, staff, and administration, there should be no problems. Whether you're thinking about next year or not, the class of 2023 and your former middle school teachers are on their way. I'm Anna Kinasewitz, NBC News.